Lucy turned into pure knowledge at the end of the first movie. Her body disappeared. Her mind expanded beyond space and time. So here's the real question everyone is asking right now. How can Lucy possibly return? For years, fans believed the story was finished. The ending of Lucy 2014 felt final. Lucy reached 100% brain capacity, moved beyond the limits of the human body, and became something far greater than human. The last thing she left behind was a small black drive and a message on a screen. I am everywhere. That moment made the film unforgettable, but it also made a sequel feel impossible. If Lucy became a form of limitless intelligence, what story could even follow that? Now rumors about Lucy to Part 1 are spreading fast. Online clips, fan discussions, and early reports have started to appear again, suggesting that the world of Lucy might not be finished after all. The idea of a sequel has actually been floating around for years. Director Luc Besson once hinted that there were still ideas left to explore. But because the first film ended with Lucy evolving beyond physical form, any continuation would have to find a creative way to bring her back into the story. That is where the excitement begins. If Lucy truly became a form of universal consciousness, she would not be limited by a body anymore. In theory, she could appear anywhere, through technology, through data, through another human mind. The ending of the first movie quietly opened that door. When Lucy dissolved into pure knowledge, she didn't die, she transformed. This means a sequel could explore something much bigger than the first film. Instead of a woman gaining power, the story could now focus on what happens when that power exists everywhere. Imagine governments trying to understand it, scientists trying to control it, or even people trying to recreate the same experiment that created Lucy in the first place. That's why the idea of Lucy to Part 1 feels so fascinating. It suggests the story isn't about repeating the original movie. It's about expanding the concept. If Lucy truly exists everywhere now, then the world itself becomes the next stage of the story. At the end of the first film, most people believed Lucy disappeared. Her body dissolved, the room filled with black matter, and then suddenly, she was gone. But the final message she left behind changes everything. She didn't say goodbye. She didn't say she was leaving the world. She said something much more mysterious. I am everywhere. That line may have been the real beginning of the sequel. If Lucy's mind expanded beyond time and space, then technically she never died. She simply moved beyond the limits of a human body. Think about it. Throughout the movie, we watched her brain unlock new abilities, controlling matter, bending time, accessing knowledge instantly. Each step pushed her further away from being human. By the end, she wasn't just powerful. She had become something closer to pure intelligence. So how could Scarlett Johansson return? One possible answer is that Lucy can now manifest herself through technology. In the modern world, information flows through networks, satellites, computers, and phones every second. If Lucy truly became living knowledge, then she could exist inside that network. She wouldn't need a physical form to interact with the world anymore. She could communicate through screens, systems, or even digital signals. Another theory is even more fascinating. Lucy might be able to create a new body. In the first movie, we saw her manipulate cells, control biology, and reshape matter. If she understands the building blocks of life, then forming a new human form might not be impossible for her. That could explain how Scarlett Johansson appears again, not as the same Lucy we knew, but as a physical form created by the intelligence she became. But there is also a darker possibility. What if Lucy doesn't return because she wants to? What if something forces her to? If scientists or powerful organizations discovered the black substance that gave Lucy her abilities, they might try to recreate the experiment. And if another person begins unlocking the same power, Lucy might feel the need to step in. If Lucy has become something close to unlimited intelligence, then the real question isn't how powerful she is. The real question is what could possibly threaten her now. That's where the story of Lucy to Part 1 could become much bigger than the first movie. The original film followed one person unlocking the hidden potential of the human brain. But a sequel has the chance to explore what happens after that discovery spreads. Because once the world knows something like Lucy existed, someone will try to recreate it. Power like that never stays secret for long. Imagine scientists studying the black substance that gave Lucy her abilities. Governments racing to control it. Private groups trying to build their own enhanced human. Suddenly the story isn't just about Lucy anymore. It becomes a global race for the most dangerous form of power ever discovered. And if someone else reaches even half of Lucy's level, the consequences could be terrifying. The trailer hints at something larger happening in the background. Quick! Flashes of laboratories, military technology, and people studying data. It suggests that Lucy's transformation did not go unnoticed. Her evolution may have left traces behind, information, formulas, or pieces of knowledge that others are now trying to understand. But here's the problem. Lucy reached 100% brain capacity because she evolved naturally through the process. If someone else tries to force that evolution too quickly, the results could be unstable. Imagine a person gaining incredible abilities but without Lucy's control or perspective. That kind of power could easily turn destructive. This could create the perfect conflict for the sequel. Lucy might not be returning to fight an enemy stronger than her. Instead, she might be returning to stop humanity from repeating the same experiment that created her. Because if the wrong person unlocks that level of intelligence, the world itself could become the battlefield. The world changed the moment Lucy reached 100%. But what if she wasn't the only one the experiment affected? That possibility opens the door to something much bigger in Lucy to Part 1. The sequel may not just focus on Lucy returning. It could introduce new characters who are chasing the same power that transformed her. And that is where the next chapter becomes explosive. Rumors around the sequel suggest that new scientists, military leaders, and secret organizations could enter the story. After Lucy's transformation, the knowledge she left behind might have become the most valuable discovery in the world. Governments would want it, corporations would want it, and some people would risk everything just to experience that level of power for themselves. This creates room for a powerful new antagonist. Imagine a character who discovers Lucy's data and decides to continue the experiment. Unlike Lucy, this person might not be searching for knowledge or understanding. They might be driven by ambition, fear, or control. That difference alone could turn the experiment into something far more dangerous. The sequel could also raise the scale of action far beyond the first film. The original movie already showed Lucy controlling matter, freezing time, and moving through knowledge like it was space. But now that she exists beyond human limits, the visual possibilities become much bigger. The story could move across countries, digital networks, and hidden research centers as different groups try to unlock the same secret. There's also the chance that Lucy herself has changed in ways we don't fully understand. When someone evolves beyond humanity, their way of thinking may change too. She might still want to protect the world, but her view of what is best for humanity could be very different now. That idea alone makes the sequel exciting, because the story may not simply be about Lucy fighting a villain. It could be about a world trying to understand something it can no longer control. And when intelligence reaches that level, even the smartest people may realize one thing: they created something they were never meant to compete with. What if Lucy 2 Part 1 is not really a sequel, but the beginning of a much bigger story? The way the title is rumored to be structured already raises questions. Calling it Part 1 suggests that this might not be a single continuation. It could be the first chapter of a larger arc, possibly building toward a 2-part finale. And if that's true, then the real purpose of Part 1 might be to show how Lucy's evolution has changed the world since the first movie ended. Think about it. When Lucy reached full brain capacity, she didn't just gain power. She gained knowledge across time and space. That means she may already know events before they happen. She may understand humanity in ways no one else can. If she truly exists everywhere, then she has been quietly watching the world for years. So why reveal herself now? One theory is that Lucy may have discovered a future threat, something even she cannot ignore. If someone else is trying to unlock the same power, Lucy might step back into the physical world to guide or stop that process. Not because she wants to rule humanity, but because she understands how dangerous that knowledge can be. Another theory is even more surprising. What if Lucy is not trying to stop the next evolution, but prepare humanity for it? The sequel could explore the idea that human intelligence was always meant to grow. Lucy may simply be the first step. If that's true, then part 1 could focus on the beginning of a new stage for mankind. That would explain why the story might expand beyond one film. A 2-part structure would allow the first movie to explore Lucy's return,